And this is from one of the most important things that people nowadays taking it easy. And they don't care, they don't give much importance to that. The khuf that is made of leather, all of them agree that we can wipe over that. There is about 65 from the Sahaba of the Prophet, narrated this from the Prophet ﷺ, of about 65 companions. Said that they have seen the Prophet ﷺ, they heard the Prophet ﷺ saying it's okay to wipe over your khuf, which is made out of leather. How about the socks that we are having nowadays? It's not made of leather, doesn't have a sole like the lower part like the shoes. The other madhhabs, like the Maliki said, have to be leather. Anything that is not leather, you cannot wipe over it, you cannot use it. The Hanafis, the Shafi'i said you can use socks if it has thick, the lower part, this part, like the sole of the shoes, that the lower part of it has to be thick and strong enough like the sole of the shoes. And this does not exist anymore. Like this kind of socks, it does not exist. It used to be back then in the days that you would have this lower part thick, just like the shoes, but the rest of it would be out of fabric. This doesn't exist. So what we have is our regular socks that we are having today. Are we allowed to wipe over this? Now you're making wudu and you put your socks on. You've finished your wudu, you washed your feet and you put your socks on. Now the next prayer is coming and I want to make wudu. Can I wipe over that or I must take it off? Again, these are our regular socks right now. According to the Hanafis, the Malikis, the Shafi'is, it is not allowed. We cannot wipe over these socks. Why? It has to be either from leather, or at least, if not from leather, the lower part of it has to be thick enough for you to go and you walk with that on the street. The only madhab allowed that is the Hanbali madhab. And that shows us how people are having misconception. They think all the time madhab Imam Ahmad is so strict and is everything is haram and bid'ah. No. He's the only madhab that allowed that. But they said, لا بد أن يكون صفيقا. That has to be thick enough. You do not see through it. And this is not a lot in men socks, but it's so much obvious for women's, and how their socks are not as thick as men's. So if you can see your skin from on top of that, you cannot wipe on this in any madhab. All of them said if you pray, if you do like this, you don't have wudu and your prayer is invalid. So just to summarize that, because this deals with the prayer, which is something we do every day 5 times. That's very important. This is the second pillar of Islam. So if you are mostly sticking to your madhab, if you are Hanafi, if you are Shafi'i, if you are Maliki, you can, these current socks, we cannot wipe over it at all. Now if you follow madhab Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, then if you can see your skin through this socks, you cannot wipe over it. It is very important for me as Imam, if as someone you're coming to ask me, is it okay to wipe or not to wipe? I should tell you what are there. There is this opinion who says that, and there is another opinion who says that. Not to do like this, oh it's haram, you cannot do it. Or oh it's halal, and you look with one eye and you don't see the whole thing. It is very important that when I explain this, now you know. Don't come and ask me what should I do, which one should I pick. Now I tell you, on the table there are these 2 opinions, and then it's your decision. You come and you ask me because maybe you cannot go and look into the books and see, okay, what is this opinion, what is that opinion? No, here is everything on the table, and you are freely to pick and choose. This is between you and between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some of them is going to say, well, I'm going to stay with the overwhelming majority of the scholars and I'll be more safe. I'm talking here about prayer. And someone will say, well, there is a legitimate madhab and imam who said that, and I will take it and I will use it because it's gonna be hard for me to, every time I want to make wudu, I have to take off all my socks, I have to wash my, so everyone is different, every situation is different.